Hello, calculus students. I hope you're doing well. This is a Sunday video for September 13th, 2020. All right, so the first 3 weeks of the semester are behind us. We only have 13 more to go. I know it sounds like a long time, but we will be able to finish the semester well. Speaking of finishing the semester well, I think you may have heard this, but the College of the Canyons administration, as well as pretty much the statewide system, which is the Chancellor's Office at California Community Colleges, have decided that the spring semester 2021 will also continue to be offered in the remote education mode or distance instruction. And that's because, of course, of the pandemic, and things are not moving as fast as we would like. So unfortunately, this entire academic year, 2020 to 2021, will be offered via remote or distance education. And so, we just have to learn this way. And but it is possible to learn distance ed. I actually never liked online or hybrid education, but since we have been doing this, how long? Since mid-May, I believe now it's possible to learn and to teach well, even though we are not meeting face-to-face. Okay, so this past week, you took test number 1. Your test number 1 is graded, and your score should be posted online. And if you can't see your score for test number 1, please contact me. But I think everybody is seeing their score on that. Also, you are to do, this past week, you were to do section 2.6 and 2.7. So 2.6 is on quadric surfaces, such as hyperboloids and ellipsoids and paraboloids. And then 2.7 was on the 2 new coordinate systems in R3. So I hope you are not behind. I know that you had to take the test, but you also had to do those 2 sections. And I hope you are keeping up with your homework as well. All right, so regarding test number 1, as I said, it's all graded. Some of you actually did not turn your homework in. Homework for this chapter, the first 5 sections were due on the 9th of September. It is overdue now. You can still turn that in for some credit, but you should have turned in your homework assignment number 1. The first test average is about 83 out of 100, which is fairly good for a calculus test. The median score was 88. Everyone, by the way, took a slightly different exam. So what I have is a bunch of pools where the system, basically Canvas, picks one problem from each pool and then asks you that question. Which makes it really difficult for me to share an answer key because you all took pretty much a different test. I think the answer key will eventually be available. I am not sure exactly how to do that because there are all sorts of different kinds of questions that you may have seen. Okay, so I'll think about how to post the answers so you can see. But by the way, if you have any questions on the questions you missed, please contact me and I'll try my best to explain to you how to do those problems correctly. Okay, this coming week, this is week 4 that's coming up. Basically, you are doing chapter 3. Chapter 3 has sections 1, 2, 3, and 4, all about vector valued functions, which describe motions in R2 and R3. Okay, so if you have like 2-day-a-week schedule, like let's say you study calculus on Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday, whatever, do sections 1 and 2 on the first day and then 3 and 4 the second day. Just a little bit of warning, 3.3 is the longest and the most important section, right? So 3.3, where you learn things like the unit tangent and the unit principal normal vector and the binormal and the curvature, that will be the longest section. So be prepared. And by the way, as you do these problems, as you watch the videos, and hopefully you will do your homework right after you watch your lesson videos. Your homework is an opportunity for you to learn by constructive struggle, okay? And I think I've talked about constructive struggle in the past. It is important for you to struggle a little bit. And because I believe in that, I have designed the homework problems to be a little more complicated. more difficult, more challenging than what you see on your exams. Okay, that's by design. And that's because on homework, you have unlimited time. You have calculators, you have computers, you have answer key, you have my videos, you have videos on my open math. That's the time that you spend struggling to learn. Sort of like a practice in your, if you take music lessons or if you play sports, you know how difficult it is to keep practicing day in and day out. That's what your homework is supposed to be. It's a time for you to be building muscles, okay, so that you can do well on your exam days. And so, by design, homework problems are sometimes long and strenuous and difficult and challenging, but keep up with those things because they will build your mathematical muscles, your critical thinking muscles, which will make you a better student in the future. Okay. All right. Well, so basically hopefully you have done 2.6 and 2.7 already. The next 4 sections of chapter 3 are to be done this week, to be learned this week, right? And then test 2 is coming up on the 23rd of September. That's not very long time from now. So I hope you are not behind. If you are, try to keep up this week and try to catch up this week. Okay, and keep checking on your Canvas shell because you may get announcements or whatever. Right? My office hours are still on Mondays and Thursdays, and if those are not convenient time for you, then try to contact me, and I'll be happy to set up a Zoom schedule, a Zoom session with you. All right. So with that, I will say goodbye for right now. I hope to see you again. And again, if you have any difficulties during the semester, right? And even if you have whatever the personal struggle or something that is specific to your situation, just contact me and I'll be happy to work with you. All right. So I hope you have a great week. Take care, and I will see you later.